So, I went back to Ribble. How was it? Hi guys, I'm Andy, welcome back to Scottish Steam Productions and another video. Today I finally went back to Ribble Steam Railway, or as you're seeing this would have been yesterday, so the midweek service that was meant to be a rail bus but turned into a steam service. So what actually happened with that service? Well, I saw on the Ribble Steam Instagram page that they advertised that they're going to be doing a midweek rail bus service like they used to every Thursday, but it was always dead. Now, for the last few years, the rail bus has been causing, let's say, issues. It's been failing to start constantly. Nearly every event it's been at, it's just been causing issues. And lo and behold, it failed. Or it didn't even start, so it couldn't even fail. So something happened with the rail bus, so they decided, you know what, let's just get courageous out. And instantly, I said, I am going to a midweek running. Because it's nice and quiet, it's not too busy, it's not hectic, I can talk to people. It was just a good time, and for what it was, it looked pretty busy. There was quite a lot of people on the train. I mean, it's a nice sunny day. From what I know, the schools aren't open. So why not take your kid in the steam train on a sunny day? You know, it's a good time. Now obviously this is my first time back at Ribble in months. Why is that? Well, I now live in Lostock, which, yes, has a train that runs directly from Lostock to Preston, and then I can just go to Ribble. It still is quite the distance for me to go. So, distance is a bit of an issue. I've also had no time. I also don't have my membership at the moment. I've not renewed it. But in the new year, I do plan to renew it, because if I renewed it now, it wouldn't really be fully worth the payment. I would only be paying for half a year for the full price. So I'm going to renew it in the new year. And then next year you're going to start seeing behind the scenes volunteering videos again. I promise that. But other than not going back till next year, I am going back at the end of this month for the Ribble Steam Railway Bank Holiday Model Event. It takes place over 3 days. I will be there one of the 3 days. I don't know which one. But if any of you are there over the 3 days and you want to say hi, more than gladly say hi. I'll talk to you, see how you're doing, see how you're enjoying the place, see how you're surviving the heat so far, because I have not been surviving. I put frozen veg on my couch, left it for an hour, came downstairs and then slept on the couch because it was cold. That's how rough it's been. So while I was there, I looked around. Tables have already been set up for the model event. Alan Middleton's table for his, I think it's old Hornby like tin models he's got. It's like the Hornby tin O gauge stuff. For the centenary, they re-released some models. I think that's the stuff Alan Middleton has got. I can't talk today. Peter Liddell will also be there with one of his many layouts. I don't know which one he's bringing, but that'll be a surprise for the day. It is going to be amazing. I'm really, really excited. And this beauty, Fiddler's Branch, hopefully will be there next year. Nothing is set in concrete just yet, because, you know, progress is, you know, a bit iffy. It's still being built. But that has never stopped anyone before from getting their layout done, ready for a show. And just over a year's time, I think that's easily reasonable for that. It's tiny. So, when that's done and built, it's going to get perspex along the front, so no one can poke fingers at it. And then that will allow me to then bring here the big layout and start work on that. And it's going to work with 2 baseboards at a time, so, you know, I'm not going to make any mistakes when it comes to the connecting of the baseboard, so one hill doesn't start there and then the other starts all the way up there. It'll all be good. So how was it at Ribble? Honestly, it was so good to be back in familiar surroundings, seeing familiar faces. It was just so good. I managed to get on the last train. It was an absolute blast. The smell of just hot steam and oil just brings back so many good memories over the last 8 years. I really do think that I started to get numb to Ribble. There were just things that I couldn't really do anymore because of restrictions. I had to have new training. Obviously, COVID put a massive dampener on my, motivation to go. It wasn't really my escape anymore. It was just, I wanted to go there. There wasn't really any reason. I just wanted to go there. But even when I was there, I wasn't really enjoying it as much because there wasn't really anything for me to do apart from the model layout. But like I have a project in the works that is coming out at the end of this year, and then once I start volunteering again, that's when the next big project will work, and you'll see all the behind the scenes of that. So it will be worth it. My motivation to go back has skyrocketed ever since I went back. The place is just amazing. I met Martin again. He was guarding on that day, so it was good to see him. I saw Gary Seven. He's the photographer of Ribble mainly, and I was in the talks with someone about it. It was talks because Gary's wife Alison wasn't well, and I found out she passed away a few weeks ago. So Gary, I can't even begin to imagine what that felt like, mate. It was good talking to you today. I'm glad you're okay. Alison was one of the sweetest little angels you could ever meet. She was like that grandparent, that auntie, that neighbour that you always wanted. She would always have a smile on her face. She would always greet you. She'd always say, "How you doing? How's everything?" And when Caleb was actually newborn, she hand knitted a little teddy bear for Caleb, and he could not go to sleep without it for the first 3 months of his life. It's a shame he outgrew it so quick, because we did eventually lose it, which was really upsetting. But Alison, you are absolutely amazing. I'm sure as hell gonna miss you. So now trying to get that bit out of the way. The Class 47 cab in the museum has now been opened to the public. You can now go in there. Last time I went, it was the Steam Gala when the Dave Manley tribute plaque was unveiled. That is now in the cab of Courageous. I haven't seen that just yet. I'll hopefully see it on the model weekend. But you can now go in the Class 47 cab. Because last time I was there, you could go up the steps, but it was still chained off, so you couldn't really go in. But now the chain's been taken off, you can go in, you can sound the horn, you can operate the levers. It is fantastic. To everyone who took part in rebuilding, restoring, and making that thing what it is, you've done an absolutely amazing job. Credit to absolutely everyone who did anything in that. You did amazing work. Also, the turntable is looking absolutely fantastic. It's been worked on for the part of, flipping out, what, maybe coming up 2 years now? A bit less or a bit more than that. But just looking at it from what was a pit with a giant pipe in the ground to this amazing looking turntable is just fantastic. I'm so excited to see locos leaving the station facing the right direction or just seeing some variety of turntable demonstrations. It's going to be fantastic. We also have a new parcels van, a new CCT. I don't know when it arrived exactly. I don't know the reason of it. It looks like it has been worked on. They were fiddling with some bits in the yard today. And I'm not going to lie, I have now put 2 CCTs on my Ribble Steam Railway on trains. I put it with the TPO, I put a brake van together, and then I did a mail train demonstration on my little simulator. So that was fun. And would you believe it, Hornet is finally, after all this time, looking good. They've put the loco partially together to get the pipe work done, I believe. Jimmy, who's I think that's his name, forgive me if it's not. Jimmy, he's the owner of Linda, absolutely great chap. He was in the cab while I was looking around the workshop, and he had a great big spanner in his hand. He was actually ragging together some of the vacuum brakes pipes in the cab, because obviously when Hornet was originally running at the colliery, it didn't have vac brakes, it just had the steam brake on board and the handbrake. So he had this massive spanner yanking it. So he was trying to line up these two pipes. One came across out, one was there. It's like pulling, gave it one absolute massive yank, and the whole thing just lined up perfectly. And he sort of looked at me. I looked round, looked at it, and he said, "That's lined up perfectly." He just laughed and said, "That's never going to happen again in a million years. You will never give a vac brake pipe a good yank and line it up perfectly enough to just screw the cog on and connect them up. You'll never do that again. It'll always be off a little bit each way." So it's amazing to see Hornet come along so well. I cannot wait to see it in Steam. It's one of the more unique locos that we've got. It's got a cab that's lower than most. I'm not sure why the cab was lowered, but if anyone can tell me in the comments, please do. And as well as the makeshift Thomas tank engine that we got not that long ago, the owner of the Aspinall A-Class Douglas, and I now believe Earl Fitzwilliam, Mr. Booth has bought Earl Fitzwilliam, and it arrived at the railway probably not too long ago, I'm not sure, but this thing looks like an absolute beast. Just by looking at the way it's been built and designed, you know for a fact this probably worked coal mine, a colliery, limestone quarries, something very heavy and industrial, as most saddle tank engines did. But this thing looked like it was built to be worked hard. So you can imagine it's gone up some sort of gradient or something. But it looks amazing. I don't know if this is another one of his side burner projects like his 2800 is. But other than that, we have another loco on site, and a loco that's coming near. We have several locos coming near completion. I'm not sure about Walkden, what the latest on that is. Last time I saw it, I think some part of it was being painted and the boiler was being worked on. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, so it's absolutely amazing to go back to Ribble after all this time. It has been far, far too long since I last went, and I do plan to go for the model event, and I will see you there. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I just wanted to give a little update to what I got up to today at Ribble and what's going on there. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, leave a like and a good comment. If you didn't like it, then why? Leave a dislike and a bad comment. Are you looking forward to the model event? Are you looking forward to what's to come from Ribble? I know I am. I will keep you updated if anything happens. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and as always, I will see you in the next video, and see you later. Bye for now.